it's like things are moving so fast. It's like everybody is just thinking about like, yo, what can I do to get mine now too? So not like it's hard to be thinking like, all right, but what I'm doing right now, how's that gonna affect me later on and all that? Nobody cares because it's like, yo, I want the now.
Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who checked out the last episode. If you're one of the people who listened to that conversation, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for coming back. But for those of you out there who are new to the show, welcome. Please feel free to make yourselves at home. And as always, there's beer and soda in the fridge. Hey, you just got a water right now, but if you want something a little bit later, let me know. I can't cheers you right now, so whatever. I'll toast to myself.
I'll toast with some water. You know what I'm saying? I'll toast with some water.
Drink's a drink. Water's highly, highly underrated. It's important. You ever feeling sick or feeling fucked up? The first thing I always tell people, drink some water.
You feel me?
Then let me know how you're feeling in a half hour. That's some grown-up shit right there. So I'm sitting here today with somebody that I just met literally 3.5 minutes ago downstairs in the lobby. Make some noise to my new friend, NA1AM.
What's happening?
We got a little bit of a studio audience today. They can't hear the sound effects, so they don't know what's going on. They're just looking at me like I'm a crazy person. But, let's just chill. Let's do it. Let's do it up. So for everyone out there that doesn't know who you are, why don't you tell the people who you are, what you do, and why we're here today?
My name NA1AM. You know what I'm saying? I make beautiful music. You feel me? And we're here to talk about that today.
Word. So I know that, for anybody that's curious, NA1AM is a hip hop rap artist. You
a
little bit of everything. That's always so funny. You know what I mean? Like I come from a time when there was like a difference between like what was hip hop and what was rap, but now it's like all the same. And a lot of the shit that kids call rap nowadays doesn't sound like rap to me at all. It's like R&B. It's weird.
It's like, everything's gonna progress. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
So in today's world, it's like people are so talented. Like people are mixing just a little bit of everything into their music because you're thinking about it. It's so easy to get information and to listen to. We have iTunes. Literally anything you want to listen to is on there. You feel me? So it's like people's influences is growing, what people are listening to and what they're making is reflecting that type.
Yeah, it's like everybody has an encyclopedia on them 24 hours a day to just dig in and listen to stuff. It's super cool. And music's going to change throughout time, especially you get a lot of people, old heads that want to knock on newer hip hop and styles of music. It's like this genre, the genre's half a century old, maybe. The test of time, music's thousands of years old. So how are you gonna say what it's supposed to be?
If people like it, you can't really. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't say. You know what I'm saying? People like it. You know what I'm saying? All you can say is I don't like it, Yeah. But if people like it, people like it.
Yeah,
so.
you don't gotta like it, but to put your feelings out there onto people, especially young people, some young person's gonna give a fuck what your old ass has to say.
No, that's
opinions.
A fact.
You know what I mean? So let's start at the start with you. How long? Well, when did you get into making the music that you're making now with the name NA1AM?
Shit. I always made music because my dad's a huge music head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Huge. I'm talking his shit.
Does he play it all or is he just into it?
Nah, he just listens.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And it's such a wide variety. You grow up and you could be listening to Bach or Wagner one day, and then next day it's Cat Stevens, you know what I'm saying? Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real, because one thing he actually really didn't listen to a lot was hip hop. You know what I mean? But me personally, I fell in love with that. It was actually Lil Wayne. I was I don't even know how old. I was probably maybe 7, 8. I heard Fireman. And I was like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I just tapped into a whole new world. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
And then little by little, I used to always write. And then I got into other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then at one point.
Life.
Yeah, basically. And then at one point I was just yo, I gotta this is what I want to do.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Where'd you grow up at?
I was born in West Africa, Togo.
Yeah.
And we moved to New York first when we came to America. And then from New York, we were in Rhode Island for a little bit. Then we came to Pittsburgh.
How old were you when you moved to America?
I was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty young.
So that kind of makes sense with your dad maybe not being into a whole lot of hip hop because, not coming from America where it blew up. I imagine it was just this outsider thing for kids. And your dad was probably just this is not for me.
And you know what I mean? And he was dealing with life too. So,
yeah.
So it's and, back home, it would like to get music was hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially from like over other places. So it's like everything came late, you know? So like by the time he really like got to hip hop, he was already so into everything else. Like he had his, you know what I'm saying, his base. You know,
definitely. It's like almost a privilege to listen to music and find new music when you're in areas like that, especially at that time before the internet. I can't imagine what it was like trying to get music.
Facts.
You know, I have a buddy, his name's Ed, and he actually wrote a book. He's writing a follow-up to it on heavy metal in Africa. Like he went there and met a bunch of African heavy metal bands and the whole scene, and how it's just like this crazy underground thing, because they still have a hard time finding a lot of stuff and like actually building up a scene and building up a culture and that style of music. But it's really big over there.
Very true. But the internet definitely helps with that. Like, the internet definitely helps with that. Like, you know, that's one thing. Like social media and all that. Like it definitely opened like a whole new variety of doors for people, you know, that just weren't there before, you know, because like nowadays, like, well, back before it was like, yo, you had to fight, scratch claw to find somebody to play your music on the radio. You know, nowadays it's like
radio.
Like all you gotta do is find a way to shine the light on you, and then like from there it's up to what you mean you're putting out. But like you definitely it's definitely like a more level playing field, you know.
Yeah, it could be hard though trying to get people to pay attention to what you're doing when you have, you know, there's a lot more fish in the pond nowadays.
That's the downside.
I'm always joking about like I miss the days when I used to be walking around and somebody would like hand me a demo CD or something like that. It's like nobody's walking around yelling Spotify links at me. You know what I mean? It's so it's hard to tell like who like really gives a shit, because even if like the music was trash, I always respected people that were out there like hustling that extra bit. Like I really want you to hear this, and I'm gonna put myself out here and do this embarrassing ass shit, handing out demo CDs to people at the mall.
I think it depends too, like what, you know, like kind of like what your long-term goals for things are. You know, because like easy you can control and, you know, like find like shocking ways to get people to look at you, because there's because you know there's like, because the thing, especially with like the way music's blowing up now, it's like so many people got a chance to like, you know, yo, I have one little thing and like it's blown up, it went viral, you know, so like everyone's trying, it's almost like hitting the lottery, like, yo, I'm trying to go viral with this, you know what I'm saying? So like that's a path you can take, or you can take the long hard way, you know what I mean, of like really practicing, honing your craft, you know, doing those type of things. Like, and it shows in the longevity of the things, like, because as fast as things go, as fast as things come, things go too. You know? Yeah,
it's a very, very quick revolving door these days, especially in, you know, youth-driven music like hip-hop. So let's talk about where we are right now, which we are sitting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You are a Pittsburgh artist now.
Yes, sir.
And you've been dropping a whole lot of projects over the past couple of years. You're definitely keeping yourself busy. So let's take some time to reflect over the past couple of years being an artist in Pittsburgh. What has it been like for you? And what do you think some of the problems with Pittsburgh hip hop are? Because it's been this thing where, I mean, I rap. I've been rapping for 10 years and I'm just meeting you now, but we live in the same fucking city. So like there's like all this weird stuff where it's like there's so many people that do this shit and nobody knows each other. Part of the reason why I do the show.
I say, so like, for example, right? Music wise, so I've been writing for like, man, a long time. You know, I started taking music seriously probably about like 4 or 5 years ago. You know, but I released my first like project at the top of 2019, you know, and then I released like the second one in May. But so like
you've been doing a lot of behind the scenes, and you're just kind of now getting out there.
Because I mean, I look at it like, you know, it's like anything else. Like you wanna, like, if you, because like I said, it comes back to like what your goals are, you know, like, because even me, like, I want to be the best rapper. You feel what I'm saying? So like my attack and my approach is I'm gonna be in the dojo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna practice my craft. I'm gonna really like hone and train my skills before, you know what I mean, I go and just start it's bouts, you know?
I feel you.
So like when I did start dropping though, like the reception is nice. You know what I mean? But in Pittsburgh, it's like, one, we have a huge amount of creatives, but we don't have a lot of creative hubs type of thing.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, for example, if you go to cities like DC, Atlanta, even places like New York, like there's always constant things going outside of just like the wake up, go to work, come home, week and come, go wherever, South Side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the regular, people live in, like they have, there's a lot of extracurricular things to do. You feel me? And even just the way you grow up, like you grow up thinking more out of the box. Because in Pittsburgh, you grow up in Pittsburgh, you literally grow up with the like, yo, you're going to grow up, you're going to have this job, you're going to go to school, you're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not too much belief in like, oh, you can be an entertainer, you could be a this, you could be a that. It happens for sure. You know what I mean? But like, it's not as believed as it is in other places, I would say. And like, because of that, like, I feel like we suffer because no one has real like places to, really convene, like, and really like, and not only that, but like for us to be such a small city, there's also a lot of like, people like to stick within their circles in Pittsburgh, like, so you get a lot of people that like, he's really good and all the people around him love him. He's really good. All the people around him love him, but they don't really like, they're not really even trying to hear what this person's saying or what this person's saying. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that there's a severe lack in communication and collaboration in the city. And I think another thing too is there's just a lack of spaces that want to even have shows.
That too.
There's a lack of promoters that aren't fucking scumbags. Mm-hmm. And that's the downfall right there. Nobody wants to have a show because all the promoters are scumbags. But like, I don't want to fucking promote shows. I want to play shows. You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking promoter.
Nah, I feel you.
So it's hard finding people that like just want to promote shows and not fucking rip artists off. Mm-hmm. Trying to put together some showcase for some bullshit record label or something.
Nah, for sure. And that like, what I mean? Like
I've been through it. I'm over it.
But it's like, and it's one of them things. That's why like, even like you if you remember, like for real, like Wiz had to leave Pittsburgh to blow up. Like
sure, yeah.
Like Wiz people were listening to Wiz, of course, but like for him to get that where he's at now, like he wasn't getting that same amount of love that he's getting now at the beginning.
Same thing with Mac Miller, and then there's even there's a band from Pittsburgh called Code Orange. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're really, really popular in the metal world, and they're from here, and they're one of the biggest bands on the fucking planet right now in that scene. But it wouldn't have happened if they wouldn't have got outside the city and just fucking toured their asses off. That was it.
But I mean, I think like we're getting better. We're definitely getting a lot better. Even just like people working together, like whatchamacallit, you can definitely tell like the energy is a lot different. Like people are more open to, like doing features with people and just working with different people that like before it would have been a no-go.
Yeah. I think that there's just a new generation of people that are starting to come in that are really, really hungry for this, and they're starting to make it happen. For a while, there just wasn't nothing going on, but now I think I don't know. I think one of the positives of social media is that it's made everybody think a lot more business minded. So now people are starting to think about numbers and money and getting people to things and events and actually bringing that social media success into the real world. So you're starting to see more people that are creating like these little collectives and doing pop-up events and things like that. It is getting better.
Because personally, I think like the end goal is that everyone's eventually going to be their own brand. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to walk around as their own brand, and then like whatever you can bring to the table, you're going to, you know what I mean? Cause like, I feel like eventually everything's going to be like autonomous. So like, you're not going to need too much people to do things for you. You can hire, you know what I mean? Robots. Yeah. You feel me? Like, especially the like low level jobs, like those are out the window.
Sure.
So no, 1000%.
With you and moving forward now, you had mentioned to me before we started that you're going to be dropping a podcast, or not a podcast. I'm dropping a podcast. You're dropping a project in February, right? Let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah. So I dropped Heatwave this summer.
Yeah.
And that was with my brother B. Yeah, I mean, my engineer, that's my dog. And so that was received real good, and we got to follow it up, so we were coming back with Bubble Coat Season. It's going to be a little shorter, in terms of like Heatwave had like 10 songs. Bubble Coat Season probably going to have like half the amount of songs.
Doesn't it feel wild that it's like bold as fuck to try to release 10 songs at once these days?
Yeah. But at the same time too, it's like, because there's so many like people are like nowadays people are making so many rules for things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like for example like nowadays people like literally with labels tell you like yo don't make a song longer than like 2:30. We don't.
Oh yeah, that's fucking wild.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I get it.
There's no more bridges. You got verse chorus. That's it.
Because I get it because you know like. Some people look at the numbers, you know what I'm saying, and that's all they care about is the numbers. You feel what I'm saying? So
I think that's because
these numbers,
radio stations and DJs get played to pay songs. So if the songs are shorter, they can play more songs and they make more money.
That's true too.
It's a fucking
That's
racket.
actually very true. I didn't even think about it that way.
It's a racket, dude.
Because like everyone says it's the attention span of people, attention span. But I'm like,
they're making people's attention span
in reality,
shorter,
if something's really good, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like people are not just gonna be like, 2 minutes. All right,
Wasn't that last Avengers movie 3.5 fucking hours?
Hell yeah. I watched every
People don't have short attention span.
I don't think so at all. Like people have the attention span for whatever you're gonna give them.
If your shit's good, you know what I mean? Like if you have a song that can only keep people's attention for a minute and a half, then you got a whack song.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I wanted to talk about this project that you're dropping and everything that you've been doing. You mentioned, working with a producer, and I wanted to talk about the importance of teams. And you mentioned before building a brand, becoming a brand, things like that. What has building a team been like for you? Is it something you've been trying to do?
I feel like I was like super blessed.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because like my team, we're literally a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And trusting and knowing that like, yo, the next man next to you literally wants the absolute best for you is like, it does something for you. One, on a confidence level for when you do things that like you can't recreate. You know, like when you just say like, you just hire people off of, a resume, for example, you know what I mean? For something like this, then it's like, yeah, you might be able to build that bond eventually, but like, you don't want to look over, you don't have to look over anyone's shoulder for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even just people that like, when the way we're built is that like, because they're family, like my dad has a quote. He says, "No man is prophet at home." So like, because we're family, like no one's special. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell you about yourself, and you need that, like, because it's easy to get a big head, you know what I mean? And it's easy to also tell yourself that, to doubt yourself, and they also be there to, pick you back up. You feel me? So like, it's definitely a necessity to have a good team that you could trust,
Yeah. That's probably the best answer anyone's ever fucking given me for that question. Just so you know. No, because even if it is just more about like, with being a solo performer, it's like there's this interesting dynamic that you don't have versus like somebody that's a band. Like say like you got a band of 5 or 6 people and they're all got each other's backs. But like whenever you're a solo artist, it's real easy. Sometimes they get stuck in your head, and to have those other people that are able to like push you or pull you in the right direction is so important.
We all what you call it? Like for example, within our family, like 5 or 6 of us are artists ourselves, are artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not the only artist. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like just being in the family. You know what I mean? Like you have brothers and sisters. Like, hey, this is your brother and this is your sisters too. They need exactly what you need.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So like it just keeps everyone working, and we're working towards when you're working towards a common goal. You know what I mean? It's like you can't cheat because you're cheating yourself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. With building a brand, we've been talking about music, recording music, dropping projects. One thing that I've noticed that you have online is a good bit of visuals. You've been good about putting out videos and things like that. So what is the importance of visuals to you when it comes to building this brand?
I think visuals allow people to form like a full picture.
Yeah.
Because like when you, for example, when you listen to an artist, you have your base fantasy of, okay, this is what I imagine this person to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you get to see the visuals, it does one of two things. Either it confirms the visual that they have in their head, or it changes, to whatever you're presenting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's important that like you're presenting you're really presenting what you want. You know what I mean? That's why like you have to kind of know that's why you got to take time, because you got to know what you want before you present it, you know? Because like once you start presenting things and you're unsure of things like that, then like you start to contradict yourself without even knowing, you know?
Absolutely.
So like I definitely think visuals are important to just like to allow people to get the full picture, you know what I mean, of what you're trying to represent.
It almost feels like nowadays that it's more important than dropping the project itself in a weird way to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Because the full around image is kind of like what sells.
Yeah. I think too, with when you're talking about particularly rap and the hip hop, I mean, you know, part of your brand is being a part of the culture, and I think people want to see like how you are a part of this culture. They probably want to know
like
more about like what you're wearing, who you're hanging around, what neighborhood are you in, what's it like. People want to see all that shit. They want to know about your life, and what better way to show them than to be able to present it visually and really like paint a picture of the track. And that's not always so important in other styles of music, which is one thing I think is really interesting about rap and hip hop.
1,000. Because I think like you just said, like the culture of it is the most appealing part, you know, because there's 1,000,005 rappers in the world. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
1,000,005.
There's like a good, you know what I mean, 500,000 that are really good.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Like,
yeah.
It just comes down to like, you know, what's different about you? Like what are you bringing that's different? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people love the entirety of it, like the culture, like you said, like what are you buying, like what are you doing, you know what I'm saying, who you dating, like people love the entirety of it. So
what the fuck is so special about you?
Like, that's why when like some artists, like for example like a Kendrick Lamar, who's more like private, you know what I'm saying, like he like his fans starve to see like a glimpse of him, you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's how you want to play the game, really, like you know.
With you and back to the songwriting, let's dig into you know, song topics, lyrical motivations and things like that. You know, like what are you trying to do? What do you think makes you a little bit different right now coming into 2020?
So I used to write like, you know, like on the phone, you know what I mean? Like write out bars, you know what I'm saying? And I used to focus a lot on like, yo, this got to be like fucking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got to listen to it like 6 times to understand what it means. You know what I'm saying? But then like I took that's the competitive side of me. You feel what I'm saying? But like I took a step back and really started to like, cause I like even right now, I don't necessarily like write anymore. You know, I punch in, that's how I record. And like, I just took a second to really fill out like, what did I like about music? You know? And like what I liked about music, sometimes it's not even necessarily the lyric, but how the lyric is said. You know what I mean? And like the emotion in the music.
A vibe, yeah.
You feel me? So like I really changed into focusing on just like, not too much thinking, oh, this song is gonna be about this, it's gonna represent this, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? But more so like, okay, what am I feeling right now? You know what I mean? Okay, how can I represent that emotion?
See what the song becomes.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, because, you know, I think one thing that a lot of musicians tend to forget is that when they're making a song, they're basically opening up a dialogue. They're starting a conversation between them and the listener. And you ever have somebody just walk up to you and start talking about some shit and you have no idea what they're talking about? You walk away from them. You're like, get me the fuck away from this.
Exactly.
So if you open up a conversation through song with somebody and nobody knows what the fuck you're trying to say, they're going to turn it off. So you got to be able to connect with them through stuff that's like simple, easy to get, but still good. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can be simple, but still technical, but on a different level, because like, regardless of like your syllable count and how crazy you want to get with metaphors and all that literary stuff, I still think it's a lot more technical to actually communicate with somebody and connect with them on like a deep level that they want to listen to your shit over and over again. It's harder to do that than it is to write some like literary fucking thing about nothing when it comes to writing shit.
And there's a place for everything, like, cause you know, like for example, if you're in a battle rap, you can't come into a battle rap talking about that. You know what I mean? You can't come. It's a
different thing, yeah, definitely.
You know, so it's like there's different places for different things, like, and even certain songs, like you said, it depends on what you're trying to like convey with the song. If you're trying to give people that old, like, you know what I'm saying, rap, you know, feel vibe, then you're probably not going to use as many melodies and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, It really, like I said, because that's some days I'm like that too. Like there's some days on songs I'm just like, yo, I just want to rap. Like I just want to rap today.
It's good to flex that muscle and keep working on it. You know, like, you know, because I mean, it's just fun. That's the other thing too. It's like sometimes like doing that like technical stuff, it's just fun to push yourself and challenge yourself in that way. Just that's what I love. Good to keep your chops up.
The most about like rap, like music in itself is just like, it's a puzzle. You know, at the end of the day, it's a puzzle, like finding your pockets, you know, finding your melodies, like how you arrange it, how you bring it together. It's like one big ass like puzzle, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like.
And as much as people try to tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, there's no one thing that works for everybody. So you just got to find your own way.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. And I think that the most important thing is to find your own way by being yourself and doing your own thing. I always talk about, you know, some people that are obvious, they do copycat shit. You know what I mean? Like after Old Town Road came out, like how many fucking, you know, people started rapping with cowboy hats on, you know what I mean? Facts. It's like, why would you want to get popular for not even being yourself? Now you got to keep this up for the rest of your life. Yeah, exactly.
Like you got to sustain. That's the same thing with like trolling, is that like you got to sustain that. You know, like if that's your method of bringing attention, then like you understand like you have to sustain that. You know, because like you can't just troll today and think people are going to pay attention tomorrow when you're not trolling, because they're going to be like, yo, where's the troll at? Like, all right, this.
Yeah,
like,
it's so weird. I feel like a lot of the time you see that trolling in like younger people that you could just tell they just haven't lived a life yet. They're not thinking long term. You know, like it's like, I don't know, you go back to like something ridiculous, like whenever all that dumb shit with Tekashi 6ix9ine happened. It's just like, how long do you think this was gonna last, dude?
Hey, man.
You know, like, what do you think's gonna happen? It's just crazy to me. Like all that shit happened in like less than a year, and then just it's a wrap.
Yeah, because I mean, you got like, it's hard to think long term when everything's happening so fast.
That's very true. That's very true. I've never been in that position, so like, what the fuck, you know, how do I know?
And even just like in the world, like everything in the world is like, really think about 2010 to now, you know what I mean? Like we exponentially, like every year something like amazing is happening. You know what I mean? Like we have Teslas. We didn't have Teslas. I mean, we might have, but I didn't know about Teslas in 2010.
I don't think we did.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, so like, it's like things are moving so fast. It's like everybody is just thinking about like, yo, what can I do to get mine now too? You know, so not like it's hard to be thinking like, all right, but what I'm doing right now, how's that gonna affect me later on and all that? Nobody cares, because it's like, yo, I want the now, you know?
Yeah. I guess that's probably one of the negative side effects maybe of social media culture. It's not really about the long-term goal. You're just thinking about like what I got to do to get these views now, and then I got to keep it up just to keep the views coming over and over again. So, you know, when it comes to like your current goals right now, you got this project that's going to drop in February pretty soon from when this airs. So once the project drops, you know, what's next? You know, you thinking about playing any shows? You doing any out of town stuff? You shopping around to management? You want to stay independent? I know that's a lot of questions in one, but there are things to think about.
So right now, like immediate goal, of course, is just like expanding my reach, you know, and my dog Mike, he helps. He's like, you know what I mean? That's my dog, you know, and he helps a lot with that, you know, just hitting people up, seeing, yo, can he perform here? You know what I mean? Things like that. So like, and we're going even harder at that in 2020, you know, like we literally just like kind of really decided to join forces, like, you know what I mean? Not too long ago, probably like a couple months, you know, but like, I feel like now we're, you know, getting in the roll of things together, like how to work together with each other, you know.
That's awesome. What has playing shows been like for you? I don't know how many shows you've played at this point.
I've done a few.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, like, because different crowds
like
have...
where, like, I guess I think it also depends probably too, like where you're playing and like venues and things like that. Like,
you know, like, because different crowds have, you know, different types of crowds have different reactions, you know? Like, so, you know, some cities, like, they're really used to being like rowdy, you know, so like just more rowdy. Some cities is, you know, a bit more quiet, you know, so like it be depending, like, kind of.
I have a feeling you prefer the rowdy.
Yeah, of course. Get rowdy, you know.
Yeah, it's weird, especially with the type of music that you do, to be in a room full of people that are just standing there. It's like, why do you even leave the house? I'm glad you're here, but like,
no, facts. But I mean, it's too like, you know, when you're a new artist, like it's the first time they're hearing you too.
It's like,
so
why
they can't like they can't like sing along all like that because they don't really, you know the words. So it's like you kind of just have to give them that like, okay, I like this. Like I'm gonna go check what this is later, you know. And if you give them that, then like you're succeeding, you know. So like it might look like they're dead, but like in reality, they're just really paying attention.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I sometimes when I'm performing, I will look out into the crowd, and it may not be as rowdy as one may hope. But then I think about anytime I'm at a show, I'm never the type of person to get rowdy. I'm just standing in the corner with a drink, like watching the people on stage, like, you know, just taking mental notes, seeing like, what do I like that they're doing? What do I not like that they're doing? You know, like becoming a performer has made me like engage with everything different. I can't listen to music in the same way. I can't watch performances in the same way. It's like I'm just always like, it's like everything's become homework and research.
Nah, definitely. I mean, it's a like,
I still enjoy it.
Yeah,
but it's a different thing.
It's a job nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? And like it's definitely a job because like at the end of the day, it's just a fun one. But like at the end of the day, you still have to like, you gotta do your research. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just jump in it blind and wing it. Like, you know what I mean? Or you mean it's just not, I mean, it might, who knows? But like that's a big risk. Like, you know,
if I mean, some people
like calculated bets.
yeah. Some people might have a natural thing. They're prodigies, right? Those people do exist.
Nah, for sure. Yeah. But even them,
Lil Wayne, back to that.
Yeah, but even them, it's like, you know, you still want to come in with a sense of knowing, you know what I mean? Or like people are, you know, because like at the end of the day, you could be as talented as you want, you know what I mean? And you won't end up with a cent, you know? So
yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it outside of the song. Because I mean, there's a lot of people that make some of the best shit on the planet that don't have a dime, and a lot of people that make hot garbage that have millions. So there's just like this weird line that gets this weird thing that gets drawn. But also like one person's trash is another person's treasure, you know what I mean? Something that I think is garbage somebody's gonna love. So that's just
facts. And it just comes down to like, at the end of the day, there's always a little bit of, you know, luck involved. You know what I mean? Like even it's just like athletes. Like I know hella niggas that's like crazy unreal. You know what I mean? But it's like they just didn't get that luck. You know what I mean? That one person to see them that or give them that chance. So it's like there's always that little bit factor of luck in it too.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can relate with this, but like I've know a lot of people. I've been doing rap stuff for a long time, and even just music in general, like, you know, really talented MCs, really talented guitar players, people that, you know, all across the board, crazy talented, but they just never take the extra step. They're always just talking shit about like, oh, you know, like whatever, making excuses, whatever, you know, one day. But like they're nice, like they're good at what they do. They just don't have that extra drive. And it's like, fuck, this bums me out. But I guess survival of the fittest. Like if you're not going to take the opportunity, somebody else is going to.
Facts. I mean, it just depends on what you comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're comfortable, then like it's going to be hard to motivate yourself to jump out of being comfortable, you know? Like, and if you comfortable with being uncomfortable, then it's hard to not strive for more. You know? So it just comes down to like what's at the base of you, like to your core, with like what are you? Like, you know?
Yeah. Outside of the rap shit, all right, because let's be real. It's 2020. You gotta wear 1,000 hats. You can't just be a rapper anymore. I don't know why. You gotta be a comedian, you gotta be an actor, you gotta do this or that. There always has to be other things. Is there anything that you've thought about doing outside of hip hop to help take your career to the next
they
level?
Gonna see me in a movie. What? They gonna see me in a movie. They definitely gonna see me in a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I never took no acting classes or no nothing like that. But this is too much personality in here to pass. Like, yeah, you know.
Hey, I like that attitude. So let's say this.
Definitely.
Let's say this. If you could insert yourself into any movie franchise, what would it be?
Damn. Oh man, I don't even know. I feel like I don't want to do that tomorrow.
You think you're like an action star? You think you're like drama, comedy?
Nah, like if anything, horror? Man, I might have to be in a movie like Takers or like Bad Boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sorry
Alright.
Martin. But I feel like me and Will Smith, we'd be great you know what I'm saying? Co-actors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they need to do a Wild Wild West sequel, right? Now, on the flip of that, if you could have a track in any movie franchise, like if you could like do like the theme song for any movie franchise.
Shit. Fast and Furious. Shit.
Hey, you
Just
might
on
have
Fast
a
and
chance.
Furious, it's going.
Doesn't seem like they stopped making those fucking movies. There's
Nah, fast
25 of them.
Like, shit. That's a forever.
Yeah, you know, I don't think I've ever
And
seen,
they play all day on TV. That's a forever.
I don't think I've ever seen one Fast and the Furious movie.
For real?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Damn, I ain't even gonna cap. I know what they gonna show me, but I go every time. I go every time.
You into the Star Wars shit at all?
Yeah, I love Star Wars.
Did you go see the new one?
I haven't been able to. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Because I thought it was done when it was done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
exactly the
it's
same
It's
way.
hard to like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was done when it was done. You know?
Yeah,
it's like the Harry Potter stuff, the Fantastic Beasts and stuff. Like, I was done when it was done.
Yeah, I feel bad. It's like sometimes like say there could be like a really good artist that like comes back and they have their comeback album. It's like I don't care how good their stuff was. It's really hard for me to give a shit that they're bringing out new music. I don't know why.
It's hard.
It's just
hard.
like it's like I already have this idea in my head of who that person is and what they did, and just like I just want to hear new stuff from new people.
I feel that.
So yeah, the Star Wars thing is just like I tapped out.
Yeah,
I
tapped out. I tapped out. Episode 3 was like the last one I kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But hey, maybe like my daughter, she'll end up liking it and
Yeah.
put me on.
It's the thing is like not everything's made for you. So you gotta, you know, you can't.
I don't hate it though. Like it's not like I hate on it
Yeah.
or anything. Like it's probably really good. Like it's just I don't know.
When it comes to hip hop and the new wave, I mean, it's always changing. You know, how do you feel about the current landscape of modern hip hop? I mean, obviously you're a part of it, but even
I love it.
like even listening to your music, it's not like 100% like you feel like you have your own thing. Like there's still like I could tell that like you've been listening to this style of music for a while and working with producers who have for a while, because it is like there's like a more mature element to your stuff versus like some other things that I've heard that are more modern.
Nah, I love it because I think like in today's landscape, like it's harder in different ways, you know, because like you it's hard to kind of just like rap today, you know what I'm saying, and think, you know what I'm saying, like you have to be able to rap, sing, drop a little bit of, you know what I'm saying,
Be in a movie with Will Smith. Yeah.
Like you got like, you know what I'm saying, there's like it's a whole collective of things that you have to be able to do.
Yeah.
You know, and even just like the cadences being used in like rap today, like you can't like it's hard to just wake up being able to do that, you know what I mean? So I think it's a little bit harder like in today's world to like, you know what I'm saying, really like make music to compete, you know, with the music that's out there, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I love it, like, because I like I said, I have a competitive love for it too, you know, because like I said, I want to be the best rapper. So it's like you gotta love when, you know what I'm saying, like this is it's not an easy thing to do, you know. That feeds the ego a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, like it's with any relationship, I think it's important for you to be able to learn how to love yourself and show that love to other people before they're going to love you. Right. So if that's a relationship with, you know, your family or a significant other or like your fans, like if you're not feeling yourself,
that's a fact.
why are your fans going to want to invest in you? Unless you're like one of these weird, sad emo rappers, which is like a whole nother demographic of things.
But even in that, strange. I feel like you still, you know, you still love it. Cause like, if you didn't, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know? So like even in that point, like, you know what I'm saying? You might be sad and emo and everything, but like at the end of the day, you still love it though. Like you love the love, you know? Cause we all love love. Like I don't know too many people that don't love like, you know, like that, or that wouldn't want, you know, attention, you know, like what you gonna do for it. Now that's where, you know, things may differ, but like, I think everyone would love attention, like, or some level of it, you know?
Yeah. Where do you think, you know, all of this social media is going to go in the next, I mean, fuck. Well, you know, back in the day, I'd say in the next 5 years, but 5 years is like an eternity now. So, I mean, just even saying like the next 2 years. Do you fuck with TikTok at all? You into all that shit? I know a lot of people in the
I'm getting
hip hop world are starting to get into that.
Yeah, I'm getting aware. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like I just don't have any interest. I think like there's this thing too where it's like I feel like I'm just reaching a part in my life just as an adult as I'm just getting older where like regardless of what's happening in the culture, there's things like that, like TikTok, that I just don't have the emotional energy to give any shit about, regardless of how poppin' it is.
No, I feel it. I mean, I think, like I said, like it's gonna be kind of like a brand in yourself. So like in a few, like very soon, I think everyone's just kind of have their own channel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I mean, that's kind of what Instagram is. You know what I mean. But like everyone's just gonna have because that's what fans really want, is really to just see what you do all day, like reality TV. So it's gonna just kind of be like, yo, this is your reality TV channel. I'm just gonna watch. You know what I mean. And you go watch who you want to watch throughout. You know what I'm saying?
Do you fuck with your stories a lot?
Do I fuck with my stories a lot? I've been chilling because I've been like working, but you know, I definitely get on the story.
Yeah, I'm bad at it. I just like, I'm the type of person that's like, when it comes to my art and my songs and shit, I don't want to be like, yo, in the studio again. I just want to like, when I post something, I just want it to be the thing that I want people to see. Like, here's the fucking song, here's the video, here's the show, you know, none of this like work in progress stuff, because that's not helping anything.
No, I feel you. I mean, I think it just that just adds a level of excitement for people.
People just get obsessed with it.
Because like when you work in, like when people see you work and they know, like for example, like I said, like Kendrick's fans, like if Kendrick drops yo, I'm in the studio, there's 101,000. Oh yeah, you know, I mean, like yo, this is what he's doing.
But he's not doing it every day.
You know,
I just wonder sometimes.
But that's him though.
Some people like too much. I think some people just like, it's like too much content. Like this, people just like posting shit to post shit, and it's just like, I kind of wish everybody would back off that a little bit. In a perfect world, according to me, which that's just my opinion, just back off from posting shit just to post it. That way, like everything that you're putting out to the world just has a little bit more meaning.
No, I feel that. I mean, I think that comes back down to like, if people are willing to watch, you know, then
that's true too.
Post.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's like, again, like it comes down to just, you know, who you are, type of like, what's your MO and what's your vibe, you know? Like me personally, like I can't post all the time because like I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like terrible at remembering like, oh, let me pull my phone out and record this shit.
That's my thing too. Like if I'm doing something, I'm doing it. It always blows my mind whenever people, I have some friends that are real good at keeping up with their stories. And it's like, no matter what, we go somewhere and it's like the first thing that they do. It's like before they think about walking in a door somewhere, they're on their shit. They're on their shit constantly. It's like, damn, you got a good social media following, but hanging out with you is a nightmare because you're just on your fucking phone the whole time.
No, I feel that. I feel that. I mean, like I said, like it comes down to like who you are. Cause like for even like texting, like I don't like texting. Like I don't even like calling people. Like I'm not a big phone person. Like I'm on my phone to do like fun shit. You know what I'm saying? Like distract myself or something. You know what I mean? Or business. Like, but other than that, like I'm not a huge like, hey man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
it's a little weird getting into that stuff. Just like, what's up?
And I like seeing people in person a lot more. Like,
yeah, no, I think it's really important. I think that it's important for people to be able to like sit down and communicate with each other and get to know each other and just like be aware of what's going on around them in the city outside of social media, because you just get caught up in bubbles in there. I mean, the main reason I started doing this show to begin with was just because it's like I just wanted to start connecting with just creatives, musicians, artists, chefs, whatever in the city, and just get everybody together and try to build some sort of a community. Granted, it's still on the internet. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, I feel you. It's
still just trying to bring everybody together in a pond or a puddle or pool, whatever analogy you want to use. You know what I mean? Just like connect some of those dots, because you know you're talking about there's this circle of people over here and there's this circle of people over here. You know, everybody has their own little circles. I'm just kind of like trying to worm my way through all those circles and then connect all the dots in that way. So it's just my thing. That's like talking to people.
I feel you. No, I mean, dude, I enjoy this.
Word. I enjoyed having you.
This is fun.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here in a minute, but before we go, I think it's obviously important for people to know where they can find you online. I'll have the links and everything like that. But for people that are too lazy to click the fucking description, because you'd be surprised how lazy people are. Or maybe you wouldn't. But where can people find you?
All my social media handles are at Nomstradamus. And that's NA1AM Stradamus. I ain't gonna spell it now because shit. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you have the Heatwave project that's available now. Is that on Spotify,
That's on
Apple, everything, the whole shebang?
Everything.
And you had the next one's gonna be Bubble Coat season.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be late February. That's dropping.
Yes, sir.
And maybe there'll be some shows and performances
Definitely
around that.
Definitely gonna be.
Just link up with
this one on in February. Like I think what is it, the 4th?
Oh yeah?
Or the 29th?
Okay.
There you
That's
go.
the exact opposite of the 4th, but all right. Cool. So late February, you got a show, you got a project dropping. This will be up. This is, like I said, February 4th is when this is going up. So until then, be sure to check out Nom stuff, look them up on the internet, and I'm going to keep an eye out for that Bubble Coat season. I'm excited to hear it.
No, definitely. It's going to be
So I'm going to do my outro, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. Cool?
I bet that.
Cool. And that is all, folks. Thanks so much for listening. One more time, Nom, thank you for being here. I really appreciate
Yes, sir.
it.
Ain't no problem. I appreciate it too.
I'll be back again in a couple days with another episode. Same time, same place, same channel. You know the drill. My name is Sykes. Start the beat 2020. Woo woo! Thanks for listening, and we are done.
That was fun.
Yeah, man, that was great.
enjoyed that.
Thank you, man.